I'm going to give you 3 secrets to changing your relationship with rejection. Number 1, appreciate that rejection is complex. Other people have all sorts of reasons for rejecting us. It might be that you're not their type, which has nothing to do with how attractive you are. It's just that you're not their type. It may be that they're looking for something superficial purely. It might be that they are still hung up on their ex. It might be that they're hungry. It might be that they weren't hugged enough as a child. There are so many reasons why someone might have rejected us that have nothing to do with our true value. Our ego takes our biggest insecurity and it makes the rejection about that. Of course, they didn't like me because I'm not pretty. I'm not interesting. I'm boring, just as I had suspected. They don't like me because I'm too old. If someone decides to reject you based on a physical feature that they don't like, and you think, oh, see, I'm not pretty enough. You're dealing with a complex story there. You're dealing with a person operating on a certain level of the person that I fall in love with has to look exactly like this. Therefore, we're dealing with all sorts of issues of what that person is open to, the ways that person has constrained themselves in their love life, the way they have a very one-dimensional view of what attractive is. This is still a complex issue, even when they've told themselves it's about this very specific thing. So don't just take your thoughts less seriously, take their thoughts and judgments less seriously too. Number 2, root your value in your character. When we are rooting our value in these superficial factors that we ultimately don't control, we are always going to feel vulnerable. If we make ourselves proud for being the human that we want to be, not for having the impressive thing we want to have, but for being the human, being the person we want to be, we will start to worry less about whether someone else likes us. Because the more proud we make ourselves, the more we will come to like ourselves. When we're proud of ourselves, we're not looking for it from the outside world in quite the same way anymore. Secret number 3 to galvanizing ourselves against the negative effects of rejection is go slow to go fast. I think that there is this feeling that when we are working on ourselves in the more subtle ways that don't always get noticed immediately, we're getting left behind. That person who looks a certain way, who has that Instagram profile that makes them look extraordinary and beautiful and sexy and gets lots and lots of attention, that they're somehow winning that race and we're getting left behind. I actually don't believe that. I think that the really courageous thing to do is to start proactively working on ourselves in ways that no one else can see, but have the faith that that will attract someone of true substance in the long term.